your girl, 𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒆𝒔, back with another video on today. Okay. Now, last week, we spoke about 10 ways to heal yourself without therapy because the people need healing, child. They need to heal. And here's the thing, if you haven't seen that, definitely spin the block and get you some of them gems in your life, because a lot of people embark on this lock journey and they get excited because they're like, yes, I have a locks now, I can swing them, or whatever the thing may be. You may have been dragging your feet and now you're finally here, but after you get the locks, the work doesn't stop, okay? You still have to develop yourself. And that's something that I've noticed about, the trend of locking your hair catching on. It's like, yes, it's beautiful to see people lock their hair and embark on this journey, but at the same time, what happens next? Are you becoming a better person? Are you working on your mental, your spiritual, your emotional self, or are you just here for the swing? You know what I'm saying? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about ways to control your emotions so that they don't control you. Because let me tell you, who I was year one of my lock journey versus who I am now, whole different story. And it's because during this part of my life, I had to start doing the work and really tap into what's going on within me, in my minds, in my chest, in my gut, all of the feelings. Why are they here? Why are they taking over my life so much? Can y'all relate to that relatable content? Yes. Okay. And really, our emotions are supposed to be like our indication of what's going on so that we can make sense of the world even more and make sense of ourselves and choose the appropriate response. But what tends to happen is you feel something and then immediately you react, and now it's chaos and confusion. We don't need to be like that, people. We can be better. We can do better. Okay, so let's just get right into it. First thing that you need to do in order to get control of them emotions, child. Step 1, acknowledge what you feel. Literally feel it. Let yourself recognize whatever sensations are going on within you and give them a name. Literally name it. I am upset right now. I am sad. Literally like kindergarten, like the emotions chart. I am happy. I am excited. I am sad. I am worried. Whatever the I am is, claim it. Give it a name and acknowledge it as part of your current scenario. It's kind of like when they say the first step to healing an addiction is acknowledging that you even have one in the first place. Stuff like that. These are the things that you need to do. Notice, how do you feel in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Are you feeling clammy? Are you getting hot and bothered? Is your tummy hurting you? What is going on? Are you starting to feel stressed? Are you starting to feel worked up? Are you just jittery now? All of these things is your body letting you know you are feeling something right now, and this is the thing. What tends to happen is you feel it, and then your brain computes what that emotion is, and then you take it from there. But sometimes, or often, people just feel and just mad dash, don't even give their brain a moment to process this emotion. So give yourself a beat. Take a beat. Okay. Step number 2. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Here's what happens. You feel something, your body starts to react, right? We acknowledge that. You ever notice how you start to breathe really fast or rapidly or shallow breathing when your emotions are up in arms? You notice that? So here's what you do. Take whichever hands you feel comfortable with, okay? Put it over your chest, and then the other hand, put it over your tummy, your gut. And what you're gonna do is focus on your breathing. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly, though. Do it slow, like this. Yes. butterflies. Ooh. What is that? Vibes? Those are vibes. Because here's what happens. When you acknowledge what you feel, name it, and then breathe through that emotion, you're literally doing the alchemy right now. You're doing the alchemy. You are transmuting from one space to another, okay? Oftentimes when we are feeling something, we start to just let our body just kind of take over. And this is what contributes to your emotions taking over you, where it feels like you just are impulsive, you know, you don't have that restraint. And it's a myth that feeling your emotions mean that you're also emotional and that you're just rah, rah, rah. That doesn't have to be the case. You can be going through whatever you're going through and feeling whatever it is that you're feeling and still know how to regulate yourself in a way that you can transition from this space to another. Easier said than done, but with practice, baby, you will be a pro. A master of yourself is the goal on this side, okay? This side, this side, this side, this side, this side, this... Shouts to Travis Scott. Travis Scott. Now, the thing with breathing is there's all these different breathing techniques that you can try where they have you like inhale for this amount of counts and hold it, pause, and then exhale if it's this amount of counts. But to be honest with you, and this is just off my lived experience, when you're in the middle of the crisis or the feeling or whatever, you're not thinking about the counts. You just aren't. Unless you've already just practiced so much to the point that now that is habitual for you. But initially, you're not really remembering how long you're supposed to breathe for and all of those things. And, you know, don't let that discourage you. Truly, for me, I find it helpful to just focus on breathing slower because you start to breathe really rapidly when you're like getting worked up. So just slowing it down and literally focusing on the sensation of the air coming in and the air coming out is sufficient enough to help you find some type of calm in this moment, okay? And then when you get fancy and you're a Jedi with it, then you can start doing the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counts, okay? All right, step 3. Now that you have acknowledged your emotions, okay, giving them a name, and you have let yourself breathe through them, now it's time for you to unpack. What? But Sammy, why? Why do I have to unpack? For what reason? Because if you don't take the time to really diagnose what is going on with me right now and like, you know, what is the connection? What is the why, the roots? It will simply happen again and again and again, like a cycle, a merry-go-round, if you will. And that's what you tend to see in the world. You ever notice people who kind of just habitually repeat behavior, and then when you sit and talk to them about it, they're like mad confused. They're like, I don't know why I'm like this. Why am I like this? You need to know why you are like this, baby. You need to know that. It shouldn't be on anyone else to determine that for you. And here's the thing, because you are you, you have the capacity to determine that. I want us on this side to empower ourselves to take the reins on our lives and stop making it other people's responsibility, because it's not theirs, it's yours. Okay, so unpack. What does that look like? My favorite way, you all already know, journaling is the vibe for me, but it doesn't have to be what you do, okay? There's different ways you can do it. Now, one thing that I do sometimes, like let's say I'm out on the go, right? And obviously you can't just grab your journaling notebook and start writing. You on the train, you on the bus, you driving, you know what I'm saying? What I like to do is if there's a moment of like, you know, I'm waiting for something, or maybe you're on a lunch break or something, just pull out your phone and open up the notes app. You know how many times I have busted open in my notes app, venting, talking the shit, just talking my shit, just getting it off of my chest. You just need to get it off your chest, okay? Literally off. And this kind of blends into another talking point that I have, which is work on not relying on someone else to be your soundboard. By that I mean we kind of get accustomed to just venting all of our emotions and our woes to other people, our friends, our family, whoever is listening. And there's nothing wrong with sharing your emotions with someone and having them help you work through it. But at the end of the day, part of the mindfulness practice is realizing that everyone, literally everyone, is going through something too. Just because it's not being worn on their face or they're not presenting it off rip doesn't mean that they don't have their own set of stuff that they're trying to figure out. So it's not fair for you as an individual in your emotional space to just automatically be like, I gotta call somebody, and then just start you know. That was a lot, but y'all know what I'm saying. It's not fair to other people. And like I said, yes, your friends and your family are here for you. However, don't use them as your crutch. Don't rely on them as your emotional fix. That's your job first. You can talk to them after the fact and be like, girl, you will not believe what happened today. Do you have the time? Ask them, do they have the time? Do they have the capacity to listen before you start dumping your on someone else? It's not fair. Imagine you going through your own stuff and someone just calls you. They don't even take a minute to check how your day is going. They just start would you like that? No, you wouldn't. So don't be that to other people. Which circles back to the whole bust it open in your notes app, or when you get home, or whenever you have a moment, really sit down with yourself and start to unpack what is going on. Why do I feel this way? Why did that thing trigger me? Like, what's that about? The beautiful thing about doing that with yourself is you can be honest. You can say the most outrageous things, and it's only you and yourself observing that information. You don't got to worry about judgment per se, unless you're judging yourself dumb hard. And if you are, relax a little bit, calm down a little bit. Another thing that I love to do, baby, I will talk to myself. Talking to yourself is a pro tip, and people try to act like, oh, they be talking to themselves. What's wrong with them? They need help. They need help. No. Okay. Me talking to the camera right now is me talking to myself. Every single video on my channel is me talking to myself. We sit here, we consume it, and it's entertainment or it's informational for y'all, right? So if I were to just remove the camera and just be talking, does it become weird now? Or like what? Like, who gives a talk to yourself? Talk through your emotions. It's like you become a mentor to yourself. Where it's like, Sammy, girl, now you knew you did not want to go to the bashment and you went to the bashment. Why did you do that? Why'd you do that? I mean, yeah, it's been a minute since you bust a wine, but did you really need to bust a wine at that particular bashment? You couldn't have bust a wine in the living room. This is like a weird example that I'm giving y'all right now, because it's not even related to emotions, or it's just like me showing you what it looks like for me when I be chatting it up with myself. So yes, unpack the things. And if you feel like doing it with yourself just isn't hitting, get a therapist. Boom. Step 4, embrace this fact. Are you listening? Are you listening? Okay, here it is. I'm gonna tell you right now. Everyone, literally everyone, is trying to figure that out too. What? Mind blown. What? Literally everyone on this earth, from the poor to the wealthy, everyone is trying to figure something out in their life. No one has all the answers, even if they seem as though they have it all together. And the reason I say embrace this fact when it comes to regulating your own emotions is it gives you some grace. It gives you a little bit of slack. You can forgive yourself a little bit more, because it's like, I don't need to beat myself up about my shortcomings, because everyone else has shortcomings as well. Everyone around me is trying to figure out what to do next, or how to be their best selves, or what course of action they need to take. Literally everyone is trying to figure out this life game, and no one's a pro at this. So why would I expect perfection from myself? And that doesn't mean that you just start slumming it and now you just don't give any efforts into development or anything like that. It just means that you're being more realistic. Like, realistically speaking, I will never know all the answers. A man that knows some things knows that he knows nothing at all. Okay, come on, Erica. Where's Erica at? You will never know all of the answers, all of the things about all of the things. So stop expecting yourself to. It's okay. I feel away right now. And I don't even know why. I just feel away. Even that, step one, naming your emotions. Feel away, no, feel away. Even if the emotion is literally just, I feel away. Claim that and know it and move to the next step where you breathe through it and then you unpack it and then you accept that you are human too and you are therefore allowed to feel the things that you feel. Don't let anyone gaslight you out of your emotions, but also don't feel the need to impose it on someone else or convince anyone else that you have the right to feel how you feel. That ain't your problem. What your problem is you and your own situation. What you got going on with you and yours before you start worrying about them and theirs. See what I'm saying? So bringing it back to step one, I am feeling hungry. No, it is not an emotion, but it is a state of being and I am feeling it now. So what I'm gonna do is go skedaddle, grab some food. And then today is wash day, y'all. So I'm about to bust it open, pause, wash these locks, get them right, get them together. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. My notes. I don't know why it is that when I dance, it be dumb aggressive like that. Like, why am I so aggressive with my dancing, child?